there are you have few options here to begin with. Right. So if you don't have an account, if you already have an account, you can click sign in. If you don't have an account, so you can click join now. So if you click the join now, so you have a few options here. If you are in school, then if your teacher have an account, then you can have like educator start here or student join a class. This is like if you have a class and a teacher who created a class, and then the student can join a class. This is for the in school lah, basically. If you're on your own, I would suggest that create a personal account for this, right? So you can just create. Another thing, one good thing about the TinkerCAD is that we don't need to install any additional software. It is purely on we can say like cloud basis, on the internet basis. So once you already have an account, so all your designs will be available in the cloud. So if you're using a different PC or you're accessing your account in different place, all your designs will be there. That's one good thing about that. Because usually, if you're using a specific software, such as the Autodesk or other specific engineering software, so that will have limitation on the space and also on the accessibility. So this TinkerCAD makes it the life much more easier for designing and whoever wants to get started. So that's about the TinkerCAD, right? So back to the account, to create an account. So if everyone are following, so you can click create a personal account. So you have option here. You can, if you are having a Google account, so you can straight away click sign in with Google. And if you don't have, you have other option as well. If you have a Microsoft account, you can click with sign in with Microsoft account. Or if you have a Facebook account,
to be a student or just create a personal account?
I would say for you can create a personal account. That would be better.
Okay.
Teacher, my TinkerCAD is still load for a long time.
You already have an account?
Yes. I just want to open a folder to try.
Okay. Well, usually it will take some time.
How long do we take?
How long will it take? Depends on the internet connectivity.
My internet is 20 Mbps.
20. Maybe it'll take some time for loading, but anyway, I'm just walking through this one. So this is recorded also. So if you have any question, then I will try to guide you towards the end of the session, and you also can watch the recording session. All right. So like for me, in my case, I already have an account. So I would just go back and just click sign in. Oh, sorry. Just click.
Hussein, did you present something? Didn't see
No.
your...
Oh, my screen is not showing up. All right. Sorry.
Didn't see your mouse to go for sign in.
Supposedly this one. Wait. Okay. Is it okay now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I'm using my Google account. So I would just click login with Google. So yeah, everyone can see my screen now, right? It's okay, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So here are some of my previous design. Basically, whatever design we have created and saved, it will be in our account, right? Okay. So I just want to walk through the TinkerCAD in a very quick time. It won't take much time. So basically, once you already have an account and you already come to the TinkerCAD, this is the window would look like, except that maybe if you are new and you have not created any design yet, so this design won't be visible to you basically. In my case, I have created some designs, so they are here, right? So on the left side, you can see here your account. So these are the 3D designs, and this is where all the designs will be. And also at the bottom, second is the circuits. So in here you can create your own circuits. You can play with Arduino or microbit. So you have quite a lot of components available here. So you can, and also you have a code blocks. Code blocks are something like you can design for, like you're designing some blocks and it has some codes to it. You can try. I haven't do anything with it. So you are seeing here it's empty. And here are the lessons. These lessons usually are for the electronic things, for the circuits and also for the design. So basically, if you are new to TinkerCAD and you want to have a step-by-step guide, whereby this one will have step and it will point to what are the next step. So you can try out this, right? And this is your classes. This is like if you have a teacher who have created a class, then you can join a class. So okay, that's about the left pane. Okay, what to click? What is the code? Okay, we have some question here. Wait, on the chat. Okay, for some people it looks infinitely. Let me sign in. Try to close the TinkerCAD and try to log in again. Yes, you need to tinkering and personal account. Okay, on the top right corner, you can see like a gallery, blog, learn, and teach. In the gallery here, if you click, it will bring you to another window. This is where like people or if other users have created a model and share it to the public. So here you have a lot of option here, like whatever design people other user have created. So they will just share it and the design will be available here, right? So you can search for anything. So just say, for instance, if you're in your project, you're using something like Arduino. So you just type Arduino. So here are some of the examples here, which you can import to the design. I'll show you as well how to import. This is like gallery, not our own design, but we will be able to tinker. So if you want to choose any design, pre-design or a design which is available for you, so you can just click copy and tinker. So once you click this, it will be imported to your own account. So then you can design it. But this is like you can use it for reference basically, because I would suggest that it'll be good for you to start from scratch so that you have a better understanding and better feeling on using the TinkerCAD. So that's about the gallery. Blog is just a blog, so you can always go through and check it and learn. Here are some of the lessons which I've shown just now. So you have a few lessons here for starters, and if you click bottom here, it will bring you to all the lessons available in here. And for learn, that's for teach. Like if you are conducting, if you want to start teach using the TinkerCAD, you can come here. But it's not important. So back to our business. So just click here. All right. So I hope by now everyone have login to your personal TinkerCAD account. So if you have done, you can like just reply in the chat. So I'll be okay. Right. So whoever don't have account, you can just create the account by just clicking join now and using the sign in using the Google account. Or if you want to use if you want to type in the email also, you can do it. Right. So okay. So the first step, when you're into the TinkerCAD, just click the create new design. Click here. So it will open up a new window. So it'll be going to the new window, right? So, okay, this is the first look of your design. Oh, some needs parents' permission. But anyway, this session is recorded. So maybe once you have got the permission, then you can watch again this recording, because I'm going in a slow pace so that everyone can follow. Or some have make Beyblade also good. Okay, so this is the first window which we will get. And right, so if you see at the top left corner here, you will get a very funny name. Like for mine, it's like Funky Borwo. I'm not sure for others. Definitely there will be some funny names up there. So don't worry about it. It is like a pre-default naming by the TinkerCAD. So this is will be your design name. So we can change it to the name which we desired. So we can name it as a lesson 1, and then just click enter. So it already changed the name. So okay, this is the lesson 1, right? So first I will walk through you on the left side here. Okay, this is for the copy, copy. If you have a design, then we can copy. This is for paste. This is for duplicate and repeat, and this is for delete, and this is undo and redo. All right. Okay. And at the below there is for the how we gonna view our panel here. So just say if you want to move it around, so you can see it is moving around the pane, the work plane. So if you want it to be front, so it'll be like this. So if you click the arrow here, it will change, it will change. So I would prefer to work at the bottom, or just move it slightly like this. We can just click here, right? So you can change it to whatever angle you want to look into. This is a home view. So just say if you are viewing something like this, if you click home view, so it will back to the normal view. And this is like if you already zoom you already zoom inside and you want to back to the normal, I mean you want to fit the view inside the work plane, just click this one. And okay, so since there's no design here, it's not going back, so just click home. And this is to zoom in, and this is to zoom out, and this is to switch to flat view. It's like switch to flat view. So right, so that's about how we are navigating. And on the right side, if you can see, this is the toggle if you want to put some notes, anything. And this one all will be visible when we want to do a design. So let me show you something. So right, so this one later we will go through it once we start to design how we start to design basically. When we start to design, and later I'll walk you through. This one will be all available once we start to design. And below that, this is the work plane tool. So if you click ruler, so it'll be ruler here. So you can always place here the ruler. So you have if you want to do some like measurement on the on the design which we are making. So this one will be useful for you. So this one can be placed anywhere you wish to place it. So if you click it here, so it'll be stick to the work plane here, and you can you can change it. Either you want to use a midpoint or the end point, right? So that's about ruler, and this is about the nodes tool. So if you want, when you are designing and you want to put some notes on your design, and you can just place it here and add a note. So maybe it's like if you put like reference one, so it'll be there. So if you don't want, you just delete it. All right. Oops. This one got some drawing on my screen.
You can go to the option up there and then you can clear the drawing.
The end note, right?
Yeah, I think you can disable for participant also.
All right. Okay.
Hopefully
okay.
you guys
Somewhere
don't write something on the screen. If not, we will remove you guys from the Zoom room. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So we have seen about the work plane tool, the ruler, and okay. These are some of the basic shapes available readily for us to use in the TinkerCAD, right? So here you have quite a number of design. Like you have a box, you have a cylinder. These are the box again. You have a text. You have half sphere. You have a polygon. So a lot different shapes are available which you can use. And also, if you click here, so these are the shapes library. So you can have your own creation whereby you design a shape and then you want to use it. You plan to use it next time when you are designing you're making another design and you want to use a design which you have created previously. So this is one of the options you have whereby you can save your creation, and whenever you want to use it, you can just go here and click your creation. And here are the favorites. If you have a previously design, you can put a favorites here. And these are the basic shapes which we are seeing now. And if you click a design status, here you have few, like for alphabets, for numbers. And if you click here, geometric shapes, like a spring here. And these are for the fonts. These are for the signs. These are like I would say like a pre-built design for you. Pre-built design for you to use. And also there are a lot here. I would say some of the basic the library which will be useful for you. Maybe the like vehicle machines, like if you're designing something like for the wheels and you want to know the dimension, we can use it. And also the hardware, if you are designing something in your design later, if you are designing for the mechanical parts, something like the gear, you can something like the handle, you can use it. Another one is the electronics, whereby if you are using here, you have quite a lot of components here. I would say very basic components and some of the advanced components. If the components you plan to use it in your design, and you can always come here, because these are designs for these designs. The dimension almost not all. I mean, TinkerCAD already filter it out, so these designs will match the actual design, so you can use it without any worries lah, basically. So you have LEDs here. So if you go forward, you have like for batteries. So you have for the like sensors, like this is ultrasonic sensor. This is for the microbit. Right. So okay, back to basic shapes. Right. So I hope I hope everyone is can follow me until now. So that are basically the navigation of the TinkerCAD. Basically, what are the things you have on your TinkerCAD and how you can design. Because basically, I cover all that so that you have an idea on how you can use the available tools for you, right? So today, what I plan to share with you is that we try to I'm not sure what are the electronics components or electronic devices you'll be using in your design. So I believe that most will be using the Arduino, if I'm not mistaken. So we try to create a basic Arduino casing. Okay, Arduino basic Arduino casing, right? Okay, I try to disable the end notes. Sorry, because somebody. Okay, now disable. Right. So for the design, basically, okay, you have two. Usually, you choose the block. Okay, a block. Okay, when you choose the block, you have two options here. Either you want this block to be a solid block or it's a hole. It's a hole. Okay. So basically, you have two options. So it's a hole. Usually, we use this one, solid, for the design. And if you want to make a cutout, just say, I would show the basics simple first. Okay, so this one is the dimension is, okay, we mentioned the dimension here. Okay, before we move forward, also at the bottom right corner here is the snap grid size. So currently it is 1 mm. So if you are designing if you want to make it more precise and more precise, the design require more precise, so you can just come and adjust here. If you want to go for 0.1 mm, 0.25 mm, and but by default it is 1 mm, so we can just leave it as 1 mm. Actually, if you can see here, the 1 mm reflect to the single box size here. It's 1 mm. So that's how it works. So just say we make the 30, the length and the width we make 30, right? We make 30. Okay. And I want to copy the same size. We just okay, we can use we just click this design and we click copy here, and then we click paste. So it will paste here. This is, I just want to show you how we can use the hole before we go into the design, right? So you just click hole. So you can see it's becoming empty. So this one we try to adjust to just say we make it 25 by 25, right? We make it by 25 by 25. The height are the same. We're not adjusting the height here. It's still 20. Here also is still 20. And we want to align this together. So you can go here at the top right corner here. And click the align. So when you click the align button, so you have a few options here, the dot here, how you want to align it. Oh, some have question here. What? Okay, hold on. Now I'm demonstrating now. So after we finish this, you will have an idea what does this whole will have effect in our design, right? So just click the align here and align on the length and also on the width. So we already aligned it now. Okay. So what we're gonna do is select both the design. One was the solid, one was the hole, right? So just drag and select both and just click this group button. This is for the grouping. Okay, the size doesn't matter. In my design, for the solid, I'm using 30 by 30. The height you don't need to change. By default, it is 20. And for the another box, which we choose hole, we make it the size 25 by 25. And then click both of them and click the align button and click on the middle button on the top and then on the side there. All right. So once you click the align button, so it will be fixed like in a one box. So what we do next is select both of them and then click the group button. So once we click the group button, so now you can see it become there's a hole here whereby we just now we make a box which we select as a hole, right? So now it become empty. So this is usually we make this hole and we want to put a components or a board inside, right? So I just want to explain that. So that's about the how we use the solid and the hole. This is not limited to this like the square shape only. You can apply this. You can apply this to all the shapes, right? How we do make it hollow again? Yeah, we need to group it. Just select both the solid and the whole design and click the group button here. So I can just reverse it back. So we can just I just show it one more time. So we have a solid design here and also the whole, which we select from here only, solid, and this one we make it as whole. And then we just select both of them and then click align. And then we align here, this button here, the small black dot here. And then also you have another dot here in the middle, just click the middle button. So it will be aligned. On the both side, it is aligned. And then select both the design from bottom. If you are viewing from the top side, so just select both of them and then click the group button. So it will automatically become hollow, right? So this is how to use it basically. And also, okay, this one I will just remove it, or I just put it side here. And also, if you have a shape here, we have some of the properties which you can change here. Okay, by the way, just wondering if my screen is too small or is visible, it's okay.
Okay, I think.
Okay, all right. So I'm worried it's too small for the audio. All right. So here you have the option here. When we click design, basically you have few options here, like radius, tabs, length, width, and height. Usually we don't do much. Usually what we concern is about the length, width, and height, basically. Right. So okay, by then I think I have covered the basics on how to make your first design. Not a big first design, basically to cover the usage of all the components. Okay, another button is that now we have group, right? So another button will become visible is the ungroup button. So if you click ungroup, so it will become ungroup again, right? So all right, so that's about the cover, right? Okay, so I will delete this and we start from the scratch again. So today, as I mentioned, we want to radius. Okay, radius, what radius does is that on the corner side, it will become more smoother. Like here, if you're playing with the radius, so you can see the design changes on the corner side until it become like spherical. You can try to use it with other shapes also to see what happens if you can try to use it, because this one no harm. If you're trying anything, you can have as much as you want designs. It won't take up your computer space, or just that during the loading time it will take some time, but once you are into your specific design, then it will not take much of your time to load it, right? So let's as I mentioned, we want to do a basic small casing for your Arduino. So let's go to the electronics here, and where the first is the Arduino. So we just click and just click, and then it will be selected. Just one click on the left click, it will be selected. Just place it here. So this is your Arduino Uno dimension, basically. So this one is already defined, so you can see it shows here scaling is locked. So that means this is fixed. You can change the Arduino dimension, which is good because we don't want to change the dimension. All right. So once we have placed the Arduino here, so next we want to go here and we will choose the basic shapes and we bring here, right? So the height, we can leave it for now. We no need to adjust the height, but we want to change the dimension. We want to play with the height and the width of the dimension, the box which we have just added here, right? So if you can see here, I'm just pulling it off, right? Just to share another info. As you can see, this one, like, it's not like a normal engineering drawing whereby you need to be very specific or the drawing is very restricted. TinkerCAD give you a very flexible. It's very flexible, whereby it encourages the users to create. I would say like the free design basis, basically, right? So this one, we just drag it here until it covers all our Arduino part here. Okay, so just make sure. Okay, so we need to drag it a bit more. So okay, so we already make a cover here whereby it will a box here. So whereby it has covered the Arduino, and we have the access for the holes here. So what we're gonna do is we want to bring the box here, and we will adjust it accordingly to the size of the. If you want to play with the dimension, it's no harm. I mean, if you want to play here also, like if you want to like do it go by the dimension, is fine. So another way is like by doing this, which is much more, I would say, easier for you to design. Okay, like you don't need to require any like specific design. Okay, so now if you can see, it's like towards the bottom. If you don't want, you can just use the tool here. You can see the up arrow here. So this one actually will lift the design from the ground floor, actually, from the bottom. So usually it will be whatever design we place on the work plane, it will be on the bottom plate, But if you want to raise it from the bottom plate, you can always choose the design, and then you can see the arrow here. Just drag it until it covers up. So you can see like this is like 1 mm up. It's like above the floor, above the bottom floor is like 1 mm. Okay. Okay. Some may have question why we can't. Oops. Okay. Why we can't exactly make the size, because you can see here if I'm going through it. Oops. Sorry. Okay. So it's like if I'm adjusting it, it is going either less or more it covering. So that is because of the snap grid here. So if we want, we can change to 0.5 mm. We can try that first. So if we adjust it now, so you can see it is almost covering up the space. But then if you want it to have a better, you can go to 0.1 mm. This is much more precise, basically. So we can use that. And also on the other side here, Okay, and also on the bottom here. So you can just click zoom out, and then we just pull up, right? And then we just reduce the size until it covers. Okay, so basically it has covered the design. Okay, so once we have this, and also we can just click copy and paste this one. So this one is here. So we can just bring it over here. And okay, this line, we just make the line a bit further inside. We can make it around 15. And for this one also, we can make it around 15, right? And we can just move it inside. Okay. And for this one also the same. We just make it as long as it covers the hole is okay. We can proceed with it. Just want to make it a bit longer. Right. So now we are done with this. Right. So what we're gonna do is we click the big rectangle we make just now, the cover, the red color, the solid one, and we press the shift key, and we select the whole one, and then the whole this one, right? So now we have selected all. We click the group button. Okay, so now we can see there's already a cutout here. So whereby this will be the hole which we make for the Arduino to be accessible later. So now we have the design. So what we can do is we can remove the Arduino here, and you can see the holes are visible here basically. Actually, the holes you can adjust it more. Doesn't make any harm, like how big or how, if you plan to make a very big casing and you want to put other components as well inside it, so you can do it as well. Right. So next, let's see the dimension of this. Okay, our Arduino dimension. Okay, we just move it a bit further here. Right. Okay, our Arduino dimension here is, if you click the dimension, we can get the dimension is 74.99 and 53.41. See, we can adjust it a bit. Okay, it's okay. So let's bring another square. Okay, this time we want to make it a hole. The height we remain it. So we make it slightly lesser than this. So this one is 71. So we can make it, and our design is that, right? Okay. It's 54. So we try to make it right. 54. We make it as 52 basically, because here is 53. We can make it as 53. Okay, we just slightly increase the size because sometimes it will not fit inside. All right, and this one we just increase the size a bit to 75. I would say 75. Right. Okay. So this one, we just make it 54. That is, we have to okay. Okay. Let me do this first, then I will explain why. This one is 74. So we can make it, click here, we make it as 70. Let me increase also a bit. Actually, it will fit inside if we choose the same dimension also. So we can put 75 is okay. Okay. So now if we bring it here, the design, you can see, let me put the top here. So you can see it fit in nicely. And also here we can use the other tool. Okay, firstly, we make it this as a hole because we want to make a cutout for this. So the next step is we just select both the design and we align again. I click middle, so it will be aligned. Right, so this one we need to reduce it a bit. So I just undo because it's same size, or we can or increase the size a bit more. Okay, now we align both the designs. I hope everyone is can follow. Right. Okay. So just select both of them and click align. This one is aligned, so we need to align on the side. Right. So this one is still not. Just make it 74. Okay. So now this is aligned, but the corner is quite thin. So I just want to show you the how it's done basically, so that you have an idea. And also make sure for the hole, we need to raise it at the bottom a bit higher. If not, it'll be all over, it'll be a hollow there. We don't want hollow. We want to make a cutout for to place the Arduino. So this one we just raise it around 1 mm is fine. So you can just put type 1 and you click enter. So it'll be raised 1 mm from the floor. And now we select both the Arduino the design, the solid design, and also the whole design, and we click group. Right. So now you have a cutout hole for placing the Arduino. You can check again. You just drag in the Arduino here, and we can see if the hole we make is just nice, or is it sorry, let me bring it here, or it will have some issue later. So we just try to zoom in. Okay. So here you can see the design fit nicely here, and have some gaps also here. If you don't want, then we can just readjust it again to whatever size. Actually, this one need to move a bit on here. Oh, this is not really centered. Okay. And maybe slightly more. Also, you can use the keyboard as well to adjust it. So I use my keyboard to just adjust. So you can see here, it fits nicely here. If you zoom in, it is not touching the wall here. And also, if you can see the side here, it's slightly touching. So maybe if you want to move it a bit further, it's fine also, as long it fits inside the casing. Right. So now we have the Arduino here. So we can place the Arduino inside the casing. And also, if you can see here, there are holes to fix the Arduino. I mean, usually this one will hold the Arduino also, but it will be a bit shaky basically. So if you want to secure it, we can make a hole for the Arduino as well. So we try to bring the Arduino here again, and we will choose a different design now. Okay, the size of the hole is usually around 3 mm, but we can make it smaller than that. Okay, so we just drag the, sorry, we just click the cylinder here and bring it over here. So here we change the dimension. We put 2 mm and then also 2, right? The height doesn't matter, so we just try to bring it to here and see if it fits. Okay, so let's see from the top view. So it's not fixing nicely. Right, so you can see it fits nicely inside here. And we can bring it a bit bottom here so that later we can create a hole for that. Next, we will copy and paste the same and place it on the other side. So usually it is important to have a view from different angle as well, because okay, can we actually know how big is that size of the model? Actually, it will follow the dimension. If like just say, I mean just okay, this one we need to place it basically on the middle here. So you can check on from the top view here if it's placed nice exactly. Actually, if you want to exactly to do it, you can put a ruler and we can do it, but then I think it'll be a bit difficult for newcomers. Right, so just adjust it and then do it the same thing for the other two. Okay, there's a question. What is the dimension? Okay, so if you can see here, 75.29. Usually when we print it out, it will be almost the same. You can give a plus minus around 0.5 mm. That is due to the 3D printer, due to the 3D printer basically, not on the design. It is due to the 3D printer and also the nozzle size will make make the effect on that basically. Right. So that's about the design. So I think we are almost, the time is almost up. But okay. I'm not gonna finish the, not gonna finish. I think this design can be tested out and printed on the 3D printer to see if it fits. Or okay, another one more thing. Just to, if you're new to 3D printing, usually when we design and what comes out, most of the time it'll be okay. I mean, if it's not like really if it's not really, I mean, if it's not really how do I say it, the precise, like if you're if you're installing a device into it, most of the time there will be some you need to get some tolerance on the 3D printer, 3D printing output actually. Most of the time, like the first time you need to make some adjustment, maybe the second time it'll be okay. But if you're printing a very like common device like maybe a cup or maybe a board or something, usually it'll be no issue on that. Right, so since towards the end, I want to cover one more thing. Okay, so once we have designed it here, we can export the design. So from here, what happened, the next stage is we need to export our design so that this design can be printed out on a 3D printer. So the option, usually the option here is if okay, this one we can delete it. So we don't want to import this. So this one is I'm gonna delete it for a while. Right. So we click the design which we want to export. Okay, we click the design, and then we click the export, download, and 3D print. We click the export button. So once we click the export button, there are two options available here. First is the download, and second is the 3D print. So usually we will go with the download here. Then we have to include option here, another option here, either to include everything in the design or the selected shape. Usually I would recommend to use the selected shape. Basically, this one will be useful if you have to make some adjustment when you're using the Cura. So just click the selected shape, and for 3D print, you have three different options here: .obj, .stl, .glb, and for laser cutting, you have .svg. Some of the teacher cannot edit my 3D design. It now only can. Also, I'm not so sure why, but later can try to see if you are still in a login or you already logged out. Just check on that also. Sometimes if you not use it for some time, it will log out also. Okay, so basically here.
Sin, got one more question. I think from Suyushan. He asked, teacher, how can we estimate how much filament will be used?
Okay, for the filament, actually that one will be once we export our design and we open it in the Cura, and we click the design and also the specification, how we want to print it. Before we get the G code. Basically, when the Cura generate a G code, during that time it will mention there how much filament will be used. During the TinkerCAD, we will not be able to know how much filament we'll be using. So that one we need to see in the Cura. If have time, then later I'll just show it as well. Okay, so in our design, basically we will just click the STL, right? So the model will be downloaded. So once it's downloaded, let me open the Cura and show it to you. Let me open the Cura. My Cura is loading. So okay, so that after that, I'll just show the Cura also. Okay, so for the export, we choose the STL. That's the most important thing. And also for import, this one is if you have any design which you have found outside of TinkerCAD, and that is a .stl file, we can try to import it here. So you have option here. What are the files which are supported by the TinkerCAD? So you have a STL file, OBJ file, and also the SVG file. If it is within these three files, you can import it here and you can edit it, and you can make whatever changes you want to make. Okay, let's see. I think my Cura is open already. Let me share the. Okay, so this is since I have some question. Okay, so this is the Cura basically. I won't go in depth because it has been covered previously, right? So once you are here, so you just click file and just click open files. So it will come up with a new. So this is somewhat. This is the. Okay, this is the file which we have created just now. So this is the file. So which we have created just now. A very, very basic design. I'm not able to cover more because due to the limited time. Okay, so this is the file basically. So once you have, we need to make some change settings here. So once you already have the settings, you just click slice here. So once the slicing is done, so you will get the estimation time. It's like 1 hour, 23 minutes. And how much filament you're using is like, it will be using 10 gram, or which is equivalent to 3.28 meter. So this is how you will get to know how much filament you will need, basically, right? Okay, so I think with this, we have come to an end to our session for today. So basically, whatever I have covered here is very for basic. It's just the slide. So whatever the slide I just have covered. So later the slide will be shared also. All right. So before I end, so moving forward, if you have any question, or you want any you have any issue with using the TinkerCAD with the 3D designing or 3D printing, you can always join the 3D printing group. This group, I would say, is quite active, and you can always ask the question. There will be people in the group which are very friendly, which are willing to help you. Maybe the time will be a bit, they reply it at the spot or a bit later, but most of the time you'll get a reply, and you can try to join this. Also, okay, this is a feedback form. So you can leave your feedback on today's session. So you can always leave the feedback, whatever. We will try to make improvement in the upcoming session. So that's all from me. So if you have further any question, so just put your question in the Telegram. And also here I'll be available. I can answer a few questions now. So if the audience have, the students have some more questions, so just ask me. So I'll be very happy to answer it.
Okay, can I? Okay, don't bye bye yet. Okay, don't go out yet. Okay, so right now I think Mr. Hussein already shared with you guys the Telegram group and also feedback form. So if you guys want a certificate for today, so kindly fill in the feedback form. Okay, kindly fill in the feedback form, and after that, we will take a photo. All right, while waiting for the others to open. And if you have question, you can unmute yourself. Okay, you can unmute yourself and can ask any question to Mr. Hussein. I think some of them are actually asking about how actually you bring out the Arduino, because maybe he missed the step, I think.
Oh, okay. Can I just share again how I. Okay, for the Arduino, you can always go to here in the basic shapes here, click there and go to the electronics here. And on the first, it'll be visible here, right? So if you want specifically, maybe this one is for the microbit and Arduino also, right? More shapes. Okay, so here you have a lot of shapes, other shapes also, not only Arduino. So you have other shapes also. So you can just click here, and if you want to add to favorite, if you just say you want to use it other time, you can just click here. And if you go to here and you click favorites, so this one will be in your favorites as well. So that's how you can drag the, and also if you just click and bring it here, the Arduino board will be here. Okay, so I hope I answered that question. Blender is not it's a different tool. It's a different tool, something like Cura also. But then it is more light use. It's not like more heavy now. Actually, you can have.
Teacher, can you send me the link real quick?
Give me a moment, yeah, because some of them cannot enter the link. Okay, you can proceed.
Okay. All right. So that's about for the Arduino lah. So if you have any another thing you can always do is like if you are really interested in this TinkerCAD, you can always follow the lessons there, which will really guide you like step by step, whereby it will have some step 1. They'll put a step 1, and then once you're done with step 1, you can move to step 2. So you can do that as well. So that will be I mean, like if you want to self learning, you can try that as well.
Okay. Did it answer your question? Hopefully answer your question. Maybe before we end, can we take some photo?
Yep.
With everyone, can you guys turn on your
I think
camera?
there's one more question in
Oh,
we will post. Sorry, they say we'll post on YouTube profile Telegram.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
sorry, it's I typed it by mistake. Type the my keyboard was changed.
It's
Keyboard.
okay, it's okay.
It's okay, never mind. Okay, so can everyone turn on your camera so that we can take a photo, and after that everyone can leave. Okay, nice. I see a lot of you guys. Kalau if you guys have any question, you can stay. Maybe Mr. Hussein can answer your question.
Sure.
Okay, maybe let me stop sharing. Okay, so everyone ready? So 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, wait Okay, one more, last. Okay, one more last. Okay, please open your camera. So 1, 2, 3, smile. All right. Okay, so thank you everyone. If you guys have a question, you can ask right now. We can give you 5 minutes if you have any question. If not, you can leave the meeting, Zoom meeting. Thank you everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yes, I think one have question why you can make hole. So for that, actually you need to select one is the solid, one is the hole, and then you need to group it together. So after you group it, it will make a hole.